Nobody wanted to give an answer, so I'll let you hear that. I like that part. That's pretty good. We're good?
Yeah, we're on.
Everybody ready?
Yes.
All right, you guys have the floor.
Well, welcome. Burl and Eric Barkus. We live downtown here, and we are very excited about the Line Shack building itself. And we have changed since the last time we were here. A restaurant really isn't our best fit. We think for us to offer 2 retail establishments, divide the building in half, right down that current wall, and have one plain business that we'd like to have would be a high-end furniture and wood gift shop. That there's a number of local woodworkers that I work with that we'd like to go together and offer wood gifts and that sort of thing in the one shop that we would operate, and then the second unit would be leased out to another establishment. The visual of the building is very similar to what I proposed last time. We still like that look with the side yard and the pergola and the change to the facade. I didn't update the picture, but aside from not having people there in dining room tables, the visual of the building would look the same. And we think it'd be a nice addition to the city. It would bring in more shopping, bring people around the block there into that area of the building, and wouldn't cause major changes to the parking and that sort of thing. So we anticipate it would be at least 2 full-time people, probably 3 or 4 full-time people that would be in the 2 buildings, and then a number of part-time people.
All right, Marty, you want to start with the questions?
Sure, we actually 11 questions we'll be asking you, so we'll take turns, go around the room. So, the city's vision for the Line Shack is that it is, restoration will be in a Cadillac project, on the west side of the Platte River, and thus revitalizing this area. In essence, the city is looking for a unique and dramatic interest for this Line Shack. Do you believe that your firm can provide this, and what your firm will do to execute this?
Sure, good question. As Burl and I travel Michigan, we always visit the small towns, and we love to visit the antique shops and the gift shops, and especially what we propose, like a woodworking or a wood furniture type of gift shop. So we think that would be, and we see that on television shows also with antique restoration and things like that. So we believe that type of business would be a draw to bring more people downtown. We think that there's enough restaurants, enough good restaurants now, but we would like to have some better shopping right in the heart of the downtown.
Not necessarily antique shops, though,
Right.
but high-end retail.
Right.
When you're talking about custom woodworking stuff, right?
High-end woodworking, like Les Boards is one of the people that
Oh, yeah.
they have high-end furniture, coffee tables and things. Joel Beery makes some very nice gifts, flags and things. And so I wouldn't say antiques. I'd say
Yes,
benches and
more like the live edge.
live edge,
Yeah.
that type of thing.
All right, what are your cost estimates to fully convert the building? Have you completed a preliminary pro forma? And have you completed a project of this nature? Also, what percentage of the project are you anticipating to fund?
What percentage defined?
To finance.
Signs.
To finance, okay. Burl and I, and we have renovated our upstairs apartment. We've renovated our current Ability Weavers building. We've also renovated the 517 East Main into my engineering office. And so we, along with David Reed, who I should have mentioned, is a local carpenter construction person that we met last time we were here. he's going to be helping us lead the construction. So between us as a team, we can get this done. I have estimated the costs. It's going to be at least $50,000 to $60,000, probably more than that once we get into the changes. But yes, we've estimated the costs. We have the financing available. I have not done a pro forma.
Cliff?
Speaking of things financial, are you going to be looking to the Michigan Economic Development Corp? And if so, what would you be asking from them, and are you going to ask anything from the city?
Yes, I've talked with the MEDC, especially during the last round of proposals. The lady gave me a lot of information about what they're looking for and what they're not looking for. I don't think this is a good fit to ask MEDC for help on this. So I won't be pursuing that, and we won't need any city assistance.
Thank you.
One of the city's biggest concerns is that we sell the property to developer for potential development. However, the developer decides not to move forward with the project for 5 or 10 years. Selling parts to another entity which doesn't intend to develop it. While the city recognizes development projects take time and there are many issues that come along the way, what steps do you take to alleviate the city's concern of purchasing the property but not moving forward with the project?
We have every intention of going through with this. We live 200 feet from the building. We would certainly sign documents stating that we're going to make this happen.
I think that's one of the reasons we did not use MEDC in the past, was the length of time it took to get that process rolling, and to get that kind of funding took a lot of time. Because we're self-funding it, we believe we could move very quickly. So we're not waiting for that finance side of things.
But we are certainly willing to sign a development agreement where we will not do what you just said.
Okay, thank you.
All right. City of Lowell is looking for a tenant with the ability to complete the project and to have a sustainable operation. Please tell us how you will work with the city to assure that you can adequately fund this project and continue to have a sustainable operation.
Well, let me go to the second, the portion of the building that I plan to lease out. Burl has oodles of people that call her looking for rental space all the time. So we have no fear of filling that space, and we'll be selective on what type of business there, so to make it sustainable. And then the partners for the woodworking and the wood shop, we are all local and have an invested interest in the business and being here in the city long term.
And the first stages of that are already developed at 517 with the woodworking shop, already in the beginning stages, as well as glass boards and the other woodworkers that already have sustainable businesses that they're doing. We're just kind of combining them together to make that a reality in a building in downtown with a physical place.
It'd be like a co-op, like one could leave and another one could come in?
Well, we're going to work together.
Or it would all be
So
one?
it could be 2 or 3 that
Yeah, that's what.
woodworking's in that one spot.
Oh,
Working together, yes.
at least 4 of us are going together,
Yeah.
probably more. There's for instance, I talked with Bob, who makes the Bob boxes, Diane and Krasinski, I believe.
Long K word.
Yeah, so there, I think he has an interest in it, so I believe there's going to be a number of us, I don't know if co-op's the right word, but we're going to work together, similar to what Tony North does in the antique shop next door to us. That's kind of like a co-op. It won't be a consignment shop, but it will be working as a team business together.
The city of Lowell is focusing on creating a a place for the downtown district by enhancing our natural assets and creating a walkable community. What does this mean to you, and how will you embrace this in your project? And how many other projects have you been involved with enhancing this idea in other communities?
We want to make, as I put in the picture and the changes to the visuals, we want to make that section of the town a really nice place to come, with the new restaurants and with the new shopping down that road. We're going to make the appearance and the quality of the materials and that top notch, so that would be a nice destination. We haven't, I don't know if I fully answered your question, Marty, but we haven't done this to the level that we're planning before.
Okay.
But we do think it's a nice extension of Main Street. Obviously, it's our backyard as well as our business. So we believe that it will extend Main Street and allow that section. Of course, you've got Ripple and you've got the Mexican restaurant. Yes, thank you. The Mexican restaurant coming in. So it's going to bring people further down. It extends. It's really another branch of Main Street is the way we look at it. And to get it visually appealing, not only from the street side, but also from the river side, because we all know by sitting over here at the showboat that you're looking at that building, and we would like to enhance the backside of it as well as the front side.
Do you have any legal issues, criminal offenses, foreclosures, bankruptcies, or other civil matters pending?
None.
I'm not smiling when you say that anymore.
Funny, it still makes me smile on my ear.
If you're selected by the city to purchase and redevelop the site, the city will be crafting a mutually agreed upon development agreement. Have you worked with development agreements in the past, and will this be an issue for you on this project?
I have not worked with development agreements in the past. There's no issue in signing up to good terms with the city, of course, to make this a success. We try to be easy to work with, and I certainly will do my best to do what you would like to see done with the city property.
The city is a public body, and in dealing with the public body, transparency is of the utmost concern. There's a strong possibility that the process moving forward will be highly scrutinized by the public. Is this a concern for your firm, and how do you plan to address this as we move forward?
Burl and I are the first ones that would like to improve this building and make it look nice as quickly as possible. This is front and center of the city, so people are going to be watching it. We want to move quickly and get this changed quickly. We would appreciate comments from people, but we're not afraid of scrutiny and criticisms.
Thank you.
And I think the fact that we have renovated both 215 and 517 East Main, we've done it quickly and we've done it cleanly, so there's not a bunch of junk sitting around for months on end, dumpsters sitting there for weeks and months. We would do it as quickly as possible and keep it nice even during the process of renovations.
Right.
Do you have any questions for us?
Not really. I think I asked some last time we got together. No, I hope the city makes the best decision on going forward for the property and in the best interest of the city, but Burl and I would really like to make that cool retail shops a reality also. So thank you for your interest and time.
Yeah, one more. As you know, parking's a premium everywhere in the city. What would you do to try to help the parking situation in a roundabout way? You know what it's like, you're there, we're there, so that's the question, parking. What would you do to help make it better?
I don't think there's a lot we can do to help the parking situation. I mean, the lot is pretty adequate right now, at least for the time being. I will say it's in the sketch that I presented, we're gonna make sure, put up some ballards and things to make sure that safety of the pedestrians is of the utmost importance. So I think we're taking the sidewalk and the pedestrian safety very seriously. Parking, I've got nothing to help there.
Okay, thank you.
Everybody good?
Mhm.
All right, well, thank you guys.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.